What's up, guys? I know I haven't seen you in a while. I'm Jules. Thank you for coming to one of my videos. This is going to be mostly cross-stitch talk. How you guys doing? Hope everybody's doing well. I'm in my pajamas. I just got home from work. It's about midday Wednesday. I did like 5 days in a row. And now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, about 5.5 days in a row. Now I'm off for 5 days. So we're just rotating our schedules so that we're home more. Or that we're split apart so that we don't mix together too much. You guys know what's going on. It's all good. I have my headphones on. I never wear my headphones during a video, but I was actually listening to a video before I started making this, and this is actually how I walk around the house most of the time. I love these little Wi-Fi headphones, but as you can see, I barely have it on one ear, and I have it like not on the other ear, and I walk around like this all the time. I actually went to work the other day with my phones on like this, and didn't realize I had them on my head for a while, which my staff is like, typical. But anyway, so been getting some stitching done. Now that I have some more days off, I'm really gonna try and focus on stitching because I got a bit of the bug back. Speaking of bug bites, I got bit by a bee the other day, but we'll get to the beekeeping here in a little bit. But let's look at a couple of different things. I've got the light off above me because this seems to look better, but I got some more dachshund done here. We got a lot of the purple done. I didn't really do any of these other colors, and for those of you who've been following for a while, you know that I just need to finish in this part here and then get maybe about another 200 or 300 stitches done over here, and I'll be right at that point where I lost this piece when I first started stitching it. So we're getting there. I would like to come over and start working on more of the colors, but I really focused on the purple this week, getting more of that done. I did a little bit more on Rainy Waterloo Place, but I don't know how much you're going to be able to tell because I don't think I did a whole lot. Just a bit more. Maybe I didn't do anything. It's hard to say. But this is Rainy Waterloo Place from Cross Stitch Collectibles. And there we go. And but what I'm really excited about, what I worked on this week, because I didn't work on Reaper, and I didn't work on like Old World Map 2 or anything like that. I just couldn't do it. But I finally set aside the things that I needed to do, apothecary shop and baseball. So in my stitching, let me pull it out here. In my stitching, I don't have these, I still don't have these on Pattern Keeper yet, so I still have the paper patterns, but when I pulled out the color chart, I actually just put baseball and, it's got a big old stain, baseball and apothecary shop on the same, in the same little plastic sheeting so that I would just have to flip it. So usually when I work on one, I'll work on the other. So I pulled it out, found the paper pattern, and we know that I'm kind of doing confetti stitching right now, where I'm stitching, like, put one color in here, one color in there, you know, I'm just going around there. So I actually worked on it some, which I'm super excited about. I've got apothecary shop here. I haven't finished the page, but I'm getting there. I'm filling more and more in, and so I'm not sure how much more you can tell, but this is what it looks like. And so, and you can see the bits of stitching that I still need to do. Now, some of these are colors that I got to track down, but you guys can see how close I am to finishing this page, and I'm really excited about it. Can I finish it this week? Well, I can if I find the right colors. If not, I think I'm going to go ahead and grid out the next page and then note what colors I need to do, and then just kind of jump in and continue on with that. So I was very excited. I've worked on that a little bit yesterday, a little bit the night before, but then I switched off and started doing more baseball. And so I worked on that one a bit more too, and you can see how it's coming in. You can see how the guy's, like, you can see how he has his wrist with his long sleeve white shirt, and then his fist is behind his hand. I got a little bit more detail done there, and then I just kind of filled in more here and a little bit up in this area. So this one is really going to be a lot of filling in all the things that I haven't done correctly so far, and when I get that done, it's going to look amazing. And then I'll be, I think, down to the last page down here, I think, and then we'll move on to the next row. But I was pretty happy that I started working on that one again. But there is a lot of stitching to kind of fill in all these little spots here and there. They're doing construction behind our house right now. Even though we have a green space, they're putting in new water pipes or sewer pipes or something. So literally, like last week when I had a couple of days off, they were back here making noise all day long, and then I just get home and now they're making noise again. So it's like, ugh. It's okay. I have my headphones on. Usually I can't hear a thing. So what else do I have? Well, let's look at some other things here. Why not? I've got time. Do you guys have time? Okay, good. So this is that little bit of that cat project, what tiny little bit that I have done. I haven't really jumped into anything else with it yet. It's I've been kind of pushing it to the side. I don't know why. I just haven't been feeling it lately with everything else going on. There's so much going on there was so much going on before this whole viral thing came around, but I'm going to show you guys football. The Bears project. Now, as if you watched my Stitch with me this weekend, I said, and I'm serious about this, I have decided to not do any more of the Chicago Bears until their GM is no longer their GM. And that's a fan's perspective. Because I just can't root for this team until they change up management. It's kind of what I did with the Blues with their head coach, because I couldn't handle watching what the team had turned into, and so thankfully I got back to watching them before they won the Stanley Cup. So good there. Ronnie Rowe. Ronnie, if you're watching, hope you're doing well out there in Virginia. Stay safe. Here is the U.S. Capitol. I got a lot to stitch on this thing. And I also need to do I have it right here? I have so many things right here. I have another Ronnie Rowe that I want to get to, but I think I need to order some. Is this it? This is it! It's one of you guys, you crazies, gave it to me as a gift. The Labrador Retriever. Isn't that cool? And so I don't think that one's going to be nearly as much to stitch as far as just the time involvement, but I may order some fabric. I think we need to help out, if we can help out, like the stitching designers, the stitching stores. You know, this is going to be a long haul in a lot of ways, because this is going to be a quick fix, and I've been trying to figure out how to get a program that would record my screen easily with audio. And for whatever reason, the one I had before is not working anymore with what I have. I don't know. I got to figure it out, because I've been wanting to do some videos highlighting some smaller stitching stores online, and I haven't. Just the technical issues I'm having. It's all on me. I mean, it's my issue, but it's frustrating for me because I've been trying to figure it out. But now that I'm home for a little bit, we should be able to get that squared away. And we got Reaper here. It's kind of weird to talk about Reaper right now with everything going on and to work on them. And part of me is like, I don't even know if I should show them or not. But I know it's kind of like, I try to think of it as a Halloween thing and not as anything else. But that looks really nice, and that's a really great design from Pain Crafts. They do a great job. Let me pull out some other things I got here. What is this? Oh yeah, this is the blended project from not Gecko Rouge. You guys know what I'm talking about. Tower of Babel. And so it's Tower of Babel, what little you can see of the sky. What little sky that you can see. What else we got here? We're just going to do a big old thing. Stormtrooper. So a couple of you guys are working on Stormtrooper. Especially Sharon out there, who's been sharing with me some pictures. And talking about how this I've seen pictures of it further along, and it definitely is, it's coming together really nicely. It looks really good when you've gotten more stitched on this, but definitely going from page to page that there are some issues with overlap or non-overlap. I don't know. But when I get there, whenever I get back to doing this, and I don't know if I'm going to do this or not, because the fact of the matter is I got to focus on the things I'm really loving stitching. And this pattern has always been difficult for me. So I'm going to keep it because I do want to work on it someday, but I think I'm going to put it on the way, way back burner, kind of where it's been for a while. And we'll see about that. We'll see about that. And then, of course, I've got, come here, you. Come here, old World Map 2. Actually, before I show World Map 2, here is it as well. I think I need to find me some new thread. I had it, and then I lost it, and then I've still lost it. The little bit of thread that I need. And I swear I have enough to finish, but I can't find it. But we're so close to finishing this. It is well. It is well. That was weird. I don't know why I did that. And then we got Old World Map 2. How it's coming in nicely. I really do. Now that I've pulled this out, I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm going to stitch on today. So I've got all the way here and here and here, and it's huge. It's massive. Oh yeah, I got my t-shirt on. You know you're a stitcher if you find floss in the freezer, is what the t-shirt says. And I just love this t-shirt. It's so soft and cool. Alright, so I got this one. Let me put this one up here. What else we got? Oh yeah, this is the honeybee portrait, where I've ended with the honeybee portrait so far. Or is it like that? No, it's like that. So I want to stitch on this one. I do. Because this one's on Pattern Keeper. What else do I have? No, I'm not going to show any of those. Oh, here it is. The Greenwich Village, the city from Greenwich, no, the city from something. The city from something. Oh, it goes this way. Barely got anything done. That almost looks like from afar, that looks like a tree. Like that's the top of the tree, and then that's the grass down here, and then, yeah, it's weird. It's weird. So, and then everything else I have, that's not all my projects, obviously. I have many, many more. I just need time, and now I have time, so I'm hoping I'm going to get some stitching done. I think that would be really, really good. The dogs are being extraordinarily quiet right now, which is fantastic. Like I said, hubby's upstairs working, and so we gotta be quiet and be good. And so yeah, what else is going on with you guys? Everything good? Hope everything's good. I've been a little kerfuffled, but yeah, we've got some town planner meetings. I'm gonna speak to the town tomorrow about my business situation. And the good thing is that I don't know if you guys are, how many of you guys are small business owners, but at least for me, with everything going on, one of the things that I've been worried about is, taking care of my people. And I'm a big believer in taking care of your people. And so thankfully, my very small bank that I work with, that I adore, and they have done a fantastic job of reaching out to us, helping us, and it looks like now that we're not going to be cutting. I haven't cut a single person. I haven't cut a single person's pay or hours worked, even though I haven't necessarily had them at work. That may not be the best business decision, but for me, it's the best leadership decision right now. And I'm all about trying to take care of my folks. I've known them all for a very long time, and I want to make sure that they're taken care of. So what else is going on? Did you guys hear about the fact that a couple of insurance companies are actually refunding people's auto premiums for like a month because nobody's driving? So they have I think what happened is they probably have like a ton of money that's come in and they haven't had to pay anything out. So maybe it's a great decision. I think it's fantastic from a perspective of doing the right thing for people. Speaking of cars, it looks like I'm getting my car back, and they're cleaning it out and they're fixing some things up. It sounds like mostly it was just electrical issues that, for those who don't know, my car got stolen about 4 or 5 weeks ago now. So it came back and it's at the dealership getting worked on. And I think they just went underneath the steering column and they pulled out the fuse box and they pulled some wiring out. I'm not sure exactly why, but they did that, and so things had to be replaced, some panels had to be replaced, and some wiring had to be replaced. But otherwise, it seems like it's doing pretty good. So they should be working on that now. I'm hoping I'm going to get that back before the end of the week, which would be really nice. And the other really nice thing is that they're fully cleaning the car out, which is great. I mean, I think it's getting like a scrub from inside out. And so that'll save me some time. I won't have to do that. I'm super excited about that. The garden is going really well downstairs. The lettuce is coming out. The spinach is coming out. We're probably a couple of weeks away from being able to try anything. We have a little hydroponics thing going on downstairs, so that's pretty good. We visited the bees this past weekend, and we de-winterized them, or prep them for spring and summer, I guess you could say that. And what that involves is going into winter, we do things like we reduce the number of boxes that are in the hive so that there's less space for them to have to worry about keeping warm. They have a ton of food in there with them, and we wrap the sides of the hive with it's almost like a black construction paper. We also close off the hive entrances. We close them way down so there's less things that can get in. And so now what we did was we went in and we opened all that back up, and we take the boxes. There's like these two, they call them deeps, which are very large frames, and those are where they do the honey supply for the actual hive. Like that's the honey supply that they get all the time, and that also is where they'll lay eggs and have babies, and new bees will come out and things like that, although they really only start doing that now here in the spring. So what we did was we went in and we opened everything up, and we took every piece of the hive kind of apart. And the two deeps, basically, if they're like this, we took them off, and then we put them back on in the opposite direction, so that the bees usually are down at the bottom and they'll work their way up. So the bees were actually all up top working on honey and egg laying and all these different, where the queen was doing egg laying and whatnot. So by moving that busy box to the below, then they'll know that when they finish that, they can go up to the next box. So it helps with swarm prevention, and it helps kind of stimulate the hive. But boy, were they mad at us when we did that. We have 6 very strong hives. The 7th one didn't make it. It was the hive that my husband captured as a swarm last year, and that one's not there anymore. It was there a little while ago. Now it's not there. But there are 6 strong hives, and they were very angry at us when we were working to do all that. And I got stung on my ankle, and that thing blew up like a balloon. Well, not the day of, because I took some antihistamines, and I still was taking them, but I needed to take more. And the next day, my ankle kind of got a bit swollen, and it was a little uncomfortable. It's almost 100% now, so everything's good. But so now, yeah, basically the only thing we have to do from now till honey harvesting is just make sure that the bees are safe, and we give them sugar water to kind of supplement the natural food. We'll probably put some extra pollen out for them the next time my husband goes and visits them, just to kind of, again, stimulate the whole process that they do. So that's pretty cool. We're excited about that. And I think that's it. I still want to order some floss online. I need to look. I'm probably going to order... I need to just get in and just see what I need to do here. I keep saying that, but then I get distracted and I move on to other things. I've been playing a lot of a computer game lately. That's part of the reason why I haven't been... Well, I still stitch when I play the computer game, because the computer game is very slow. It's like a society building game. It's very slow. So I can stitch while I play because I've got time. But anyway, I think that's about it. Not sorry for the long video. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, everything else is going great, and I'm going to use these headphones here, and maybe I'll get some lunch. I need to get some lunch. You guys stay safe, and happy stitching. Keep on working hard, and I will talk to you guys really soon, and we'll do a stitch with me this weekend. We'll figure out which piece. I've got this huge pile next to me of all my stuff, and we'll see how that goes. All right. Take care. Happy stitching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.